All right. I accidentally hit the. Okay, when you hit the screen on a Windows phone, it stops the video. So I guess you can access options while you're recording, but you can't do that on any phone anyway. So it's not like this is a flaw of Windows Phone. You just can't get to the options. But I like the fact that I can use the push button. I just push the button and take a picture. And outside of the focusing issue that this Lumia has, I wonder that's only because of the it's dark out here and it doesn't have anything to focus on. Plus everything around me, there's not a building around me, so it's not able to get a good focus on anything like that building over there. But the picture is a lot more steady. I'm shaking the camera on purpose now. But when I was walking, the picture doesn't jump around as much like it did with my Huawei Ascend 2. It doesn't jump around as much. It's a little bit more steady, and I just think it has just a better feel to it. The picture quality I haven't tested yet. I haven't done any videos on it during the day to really test out the quality of the 720p. But I remember when I had the Samsung Focus years ago, a couple years back, I said like that, in Chicago, I took some really good photos, and you can actually go see those videos that I took with the Lumia. I'm sorry, with the Samsung Focus on another YouTube channel, Journey to Us, and you can see the quality of the picture there. It's pretty decent, and it was 720p was actually really good. And there was a little bit of flaw, in the video here and there. And I'm about to discover, for a $100 phone, the Lumia 520, 521 actually. I'm about to see, for $100 phone, what do you get with that? You get a whole phone, a whole operating system, and a little tiny camera. If you were wanting to buy a camera for $100, you could probably buy a camera that can do 1080p, and it'll do a lot better job than this. Yes, but it's just a camera. You can't do anything else on it. With only 8 GB of storage on this thing, I downloaded a lot of apps. A lot of apps that I would use on a daily. I played with a few apps that were free, and most of them are free. The apps that I got, and I'm very happy with those apps. Those apps performed admirably, and it's just it's a great thing. But I still have a lot of storage left, and so I'm like, wow. And I got a 32 gigabit or gigabyte SD card in here, so that gives me room to put videos and audio, and I still got a lot of room to play with. I haven't really added my entire music collection to this yet, which I'll get to eventually. The movies I made, I added the West Side Engine movie to it so I can have it on the go, and other videos that I've done in the past as well. So this little tool here, I am disappointed in the YouTube app, but it's not Microsoft's fault. Microsoft created a wonderful app, I heard. Haven't had the chance to really play with it, but the YouTube app that Microsoft designed, I heard, was excellent. YouTube pulled it. And so it just seems like YouTube is on purposely trying to hurt the Microsoft's ecosystem, because it's missing a really good app for YouTube. The Facebook app is a lot faster than it was when it first came out. Facebook was very sluggish back in the days. I remember that. It was very sluggish. And now it's better. It's not the best, but it's better. The built-in Facebook function works great if you just want to post updates, upload pictures, get updates from your friends, and anything that you like. It works great. It works very fast. The built-in Facebook integration and the Twitter integration works great as well. And you can only add one account on Twitter. If you have several Twitter accounts, then you may have to look for an alternative app that can do that. Unfortunately, TweetDeck is not one of those. I use TweetDeck, and a lot of people like it, a lot of people don't. Hootsuite is not one of those apps. Hootsuite is not available for Windows Phone yet. I personally do not like Hootsuite, but I love TweetDeck. So I'm hoping that one day uh, Twitter will go ahead and release a TweetDeck app so I can monitor all the different Twitter accounts that I have like I do on my computer. Twitter is at least my main Twitter account, which is TwizShiz. I have it added to the phone and I'm able to monitor that on the go. And the Twitter app is okay. You can only go to one account at a time, but what's good is you can add as many accounts as you want to your Twitter app. So if I want to switch back and forth, I can go to one account at a time. Or if I have two Twitter accounts, I can have the Windows Phone built-in integrated app to monitor one, then have the Twitter app monitor the other. I can kind of do that if I really wanted to, but I do have more than two Twitter accounts. So what I decided to do was add all my accounts and I can monitor them one at a time. You just have to go into settings. It's a little problematic. You got to go out into settings and tell it which one you want to go to, and then voila, it works. I like the fact that I remember way back when I first got the Windows Phone, I said there should be a way to integrate LinkedIn. No other phone does this, okay, at the time. And I'm sure there's still not a phone out there that does it. And I said, you got to integrate in LinkedIn because Microsoft is trying to push this phone off as an entertainment phone, and yes, it is. It is an entertainment phone. It has Xbox on it. You can download videos and music, and have access to a whole slew of music, like a huge music library, just like iTunes. Now, granted, iTunes has been at it a very long time. And Microsoft sort of let the Zoom platform kind of go to the side, so they didn't really upgrade the music portion. But there's a lot of music, okay, a lot of popular hits, especially. They have a lot of popular hits on here, and a lot of music that I haven't heard in a long time is also on here. Granted, I can't find every single song out there, but on iTunes, it's sort of the same way. You're not going to be able to find every single song. But iTunes does have a larger collection. Then you can say, well, iTunes has books. Well, okay, they probably do. Microsoft doesn't. So what do? You download the Amazon Kindle app. There you go. All your books are right there. The Kindle app, I'm not a book reader, okay? But Amazon, they have a huge library of books. Probably more books than the library does, than the biggest library in the world does. Probably bigger than the Vatican, okay? You can download any book you want, or you can rent books. You can check them out. There are books that are for free. They have free books on in the marketplace, free book apps. And it may not be the hit books, it may not be books that are in a bestsellers list, but you can still get books, okay? If you're really into book reading, there's a lot of apps that does it. Amazon Kindle is one of them, and you just use your Amazon account. There you go. You got your books, you got your podcasts, you have your videos, your music, and there you go. Netflix, Hulu, there you go. It's all on here. For the longest time, Netflix was the only app like that. Now they got Cable, now they got Hulu Plus, and they got Netflix. All my entertainment is good to go. They don't have an official YouTube. Maybe I do. And Google, really, really, Microsoft has been very nice to you. Okay, I thought to say this one time. Microsoft has been very nice to you, Google, by giving you a crap load of apps. And I don't mean crap, okay, like crap, like bad apps. They give you a load of apps. SkyDrive, Office for Android phones, and just a whole slew of apps. What's up? Lunch break?
Just break.
So there's a whole slew of apps that are available for um, the Android and the Apple iOS devices. Good apps, but why is Google playing so hard for Microsoft? It really seems like to me that that Google's CEO and those people are just so against Microsoft that they are unpurposely trying to hurt them, and unpurposely trying to do things to put Microsoft out of business. And there's a lot of people out there who feel the same way. Google is a baby in the industry. They just started like I don't know what year, 2004 maybe, 2005, somewhere around there, maybe 2000, 2001. But they're a baby as compared to Microsoft. But not just to say that they have new, fresh ideas. Yes, Google is a great search engine. It is. But so is Bing. But the thing is that Google should play nice with Windows Phone because Windows Phone is growing up in the market. Instagram finally got on board. Well, that's probably because Facebook is being financed by Microsoft. I mean, Microsoft owns a nice big portion of Facebook. Oh, by the way, Instagram is owned by Facebook. Yes, it's not integrated. They Facebook decided to keep Instagram its own entity. That's why you gotta create an Instagram account, and there's no Facebook integration. There's not even a login for Facebook on Instagram, as far as I know. I never got into Instagram, but I'm happy that Instagram is available for Windows Phone now because it will help the platform. That was one of the big things that people were like, "Oh my God, Windows Phone doesn't have Instagram." Ah. Now it does. Now it does. And here's one thing that I was really happy about. I was happy that I went to the store recently in a gas station at HEB. And there was this old man, an elderly person, okay, who had his phone out. And at first I looked at it and I thought, because it was like an orange color phone or a red phone, at first I thought it was an Samsung Galaxy with an orange case on it. But then I saw the Windows symbol in the middle button. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. You got a Windows phone? He's like, yeah. He said he loves Windows Phone. He hates AT&T. But he said he loves his phone. And I'm like, wow. I mean, so you really like your phone, though? I mean, the phone is good. He's like, yeah, the phone is great. He just don't like the service, AT&T service. But he loves the phone. He says it's a lot better than the other phone he had. He didn't say which one because he had other customers behind me to help. And then there's this lady who works in this building at Telenetwork who has a Windows phone, and she loves it to death. I love Windows Phone, okay? I just cannot see myself with another phone. I've had Androids. I have an Android tablet, a Lenovo Ideal Tab. And yes, it's great. It works great. It's okay. But that's just what it is. To me, it is just okay. But that's my opinion. That is my opinion and no one else's. Okay? The Windows Phone works good, works great for me. And yes, there were a couple of apps that I was like, I wonder if that app is available. Oh, no, it's not. Darn. There are a couple apps that I'm hoping would work. Now, I did have a couple of gripes. When I set up my Office 365 account, I thought it will automatically sync up the Office Hub. And I thought it will automatically sync up to to my SharePoint account, and it did not. I was a little disappointed in that, the fact that I had to log in. Okay, logging on the phone is a little troublesome, but I did it, and it works now. It works. Okay, don't get me wrong, it works. The Office Hub brings up all my documents. I can open my documents in Office Hub that's on my SharePoint site. But just the fact that I had to log in, really? I was kind of hoping that it would have been automatic because what I've read in the past is that it's automatic. But here's something I want to tell you because it may be my fault. Um, I am an administrator of a Office 365 account for a small profit organization. So I have an admin account on my on that account. Then I have my own Office 365 account. So Office Hub probably just didn't know which one to go to, so they want me to log in. There's a possibility that if you only have one account with one tenant, it probably would have done exactly as advertised. That's something to look at. Maybe that's what happened. Okay, but it works. It does work. I'm able to access all my documents. I downloaded a SharePoint app, and I'm able to get in there and update stuff. The second thing that I kind of had a problem with the Office Hub was that I thought it had live collaboration. So on my computer, I logged in under another person. I have a test account actually. I logged in under the test user, and I opened up the same document and the same thing on my phone, and it's no live collaboration on the phones and on the computer. And actually, it locked the document out. So there's no true collaboration on the phone. There is true collaboration in SharePoint because I tested that as well on the Lenovo Ideal tab. I was able to open up that document on that and on the computer, and I saw myself editing on both users. It's like I was able to collaborate in real time like you can in Google Docs. So that was cool. Okay, that was nice. I like that feature. I think that's a great feature. But on the phone, it doesn't do that. And I believe you can do it in Google Drive, even on the phone. So that's something that Microsoft has to look at as far as improving how they do things in the Office Hub, is to add true life collaboration. It may be a little slower because you are working off of a 3G or 4G network. It may be slower, but I still think collaboration needs to be there in order to be in competition with Google and other collaboration sources out there. Google and Microsoft being the biggest one, I think Microsoft needs to add that. Let me see. There were a couple other gripes. There were a couple of shutdown applications, but I had to remember the many times that I open an application in Android, same thing. You open it up and it just shuts down. It takes you right back to the home page. Same thing happened on my Windows phone. Open it up, closes right back. Open it up, and it works. It happens. It's an operating system. It's a program. So, but Windows Phone I love it. It works for me. And yes, there's a shortage of apps. But here is what I can actually say for a fact. I had $100 Android, and now I got $100 Windows Phone. $100 Android does not come anywhere close to my Nokia Lumia 521. Nowhere near. It doesn't even touch it. It doesn't even. You just can't touch it. You just can't touch this. Okay, I'm sorry. It doesn't come anywhere near it. It's just better. Okay, so if that's the case, is a 1020 even better than the other phones in this class? Well, as far as I know, the experience you get on $100 Windows Phone is the same experience you get on a $600 Windows Phone. It's the exact same experience. There's no difference. Except for maybe a little bit of performance here and there. I mean, yes, the 1020 probably has a better processor, Probably have, you know, a little bit better speed. It probably launches faster on different apps, and which is great. I mean, it's going to be faster. The hardware is better. The camera, of course, is way better, and the sound quality, all that. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of features on it that's just better. The only problem I have with the 1020 in the 920 series and the 900 series is the fact that you can't upgrade or you can't add an SD card. I think that will be a marriage made in heaven if the 900 series and the 1000 series had an SD card slot in it. Yes, you get 32 gigabytes of space on the 1020, but wouldn't it be even nice if you can upgrade it to 64 gigs? That will be a match made in heaven with hot swappable SD slots. People who had the Samsung Focus before can't you can't compare that to the phones today, because the Windows Phone today, the SD cards are hot swappable. Well, if this one isn't, because the SD card is near the battery. You have to take the battery out in order to get to the SD card. But the fact is, you know, if you want to use a different SD card, you can. Now I'm pretty close to my lunch being over, but I just have to say I'm very happy with my low end Nokia Lumia 521. Yes, I would love to have a better camera. I would love to have, you know, the best of the best. But you know what? I'm happy with the one I got. The 521 kicks ass as compared to any phone that's about $200 with an Android OS on it. Now, those of you with Galaxy S4s and all that stuff and HTC Ones, of course it will kick this phone's ass. The 521, I mean. But compare it to a 1020 and come back to me. The only thing you can probably say is, well, we got more apps. Well, yeah, that you're right. And if you want to make that the reason why you like the Android better, well, that's on you. That's your opinion, and you're entitled to that opinion, and there is nothing wrong with that opinion. Peace out.